Welcome to the Lemelson Center. The Lemelson Center, we study innovation, invention, American history and beyond. Now, invention and innovation are great watchwords today. Almost every country wants to be innovative. It's crucial to their economies, it's crucial to their very cultures and their self-identities. Now, at the Lemelson Center, we look in particular at American history because it's really part of this country's DNA. We try to see it as a form of as part of our culture, as a shaper of our history. To be inventive is really to be human. So it's something that comes very natural to us. On the other hand, it's also something that can be encouraged and can be taught. This video highlights one of our activities about innovation. It's SparkLab. It's been in existence here since 2006, and we've had hundreds of thousands of young people come through here learning about the innovative process and the inventive process. And it's something that we think really inspires young people, especially in the middle school years, to become inventors and innovators in their own right without any fear, really understanding and realizing their natural human potential. We hope you enjoyed this video.
In 2006, the museum decided that it no longer wanted to operate what was originally built as the Hands-On Science Center, which was a really great interactive space for kids to come in and do science experiments with staff and volunteers. So they offered the Lemelson Center the opportunity to take it over and re-envision it as a hands-on invention space. So we were really excited about the opportunity and decided that it would be great to have a place for kids to be able to come into the museum and do really open-ended, creative, inventing projects. I think what makes SparkLab unique is that a lot of hands-on spaces are about pure science or just sort of making and creating, and SparkLab is kind of a combination of those things. It definitely has science content, but it also has engineering and math and music and art. And it isn't just about having kids make and create, it's really about getting them to invent and solve problems.
I think what's really important about SparkLab is that it focuses on the process and how you get from an idea to that finished invention, and highlighting all the steps in between. And so SparkLab as a physical space is a place where you can do all of that. And I think that's really special for our visitors. Most of our museum visitors don't specifically come to the museum to come to SparkLab, so they arrive at the American History Museum and find SparkLab, and it becomes this really special place that they kind of happened on. And that's kind of like the nature of invention in and of itself.
In a traditional museum where the exhibitions don't change, SparkLab has the ability to always be changing and always be introducing a new element, or even kids coming back to the same activity can try a new way of approaching it the next time they come back. So I think it has the ability to just be a lot more dynamic than most areas in a museum, and again really allows kids to just explore so much more.
Invention is important for young people, for all people, but especially young people, because it embodies a lot of the skills that these young people are going to need as they go through their life, their career, especially critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills. This is really getting to the heart of what invention is. And so even if someone discovers that they really have a talent for inventing, and they don't go on as later in adults to become an inventor per se, but they go on realizing that they're good at solving problems and good at being creative, then regardless of what profession they go in or what they end up doing later in life, that's going to be a useful and helpful skill. Behind the scenes, I think the SparkLab team is always looking for ways that we can further the mission and make a stronger connection in SparkLab to invention and to the invention process. And so on a day-to-day basis, that means we're really just always looking for for different avenues that we can talk about invention. So different topics, and from ranging from engineering and art and cooking, and thinking about ways that we can integrate that into what we do in SparkLab.
Because we're a place about invention, we never want to get stagnant. We never want to be just doing the same thing every day. So it's my job to think about what comes next for us and how do we implement those changes in a strategic way so that they make sense for us and our staff and for our visitors, and making sure that the visitor experience, no matter what changes we make, is really continues to be really good and positive. I think my favorite thing about SparkLab is that whenever I'm in there, I see kids really learning, and not really learning facts or figures or content, but they're really learning skills and learning about themselves, and parents learning about their children. Parents saying things like, wow, I never knew my child could do that, or I never knew my child was interested in that, or a young visitor saying, wow, I just built that. I didn't think I could do it, and I did. And so seeing that learning actually taking place and seeing parents actually learn things new about their children is really exciting, and is yet another thing I think really sets SparkLab apart from other environments.
Invention encompasses so many different things, and the SparkLab philosophy really thinks of invention as being an umbrella that encompasses STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, art, history, almost any discipline that or area of study that you can think of. Invention and innovation are really key to that. SparkLab is a great way of tying together other areas in your museum and really bringing out that role and that part of what I believe to be a really important part of American culture, and that is our inventiveness and problem-solving skills.